I'm Jenni Carlson here with Barry Tramel. We're at Big 12 Football Media Day. Day 2, Oklahoma dominating play, as some people think they're going to do this season as well, Barry. Not a lot of star power besides the Sooners, but a lot of talk about these guys as the team to beat in the Big 12, but maybe the team to beat in the country. Is that warranted?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, this is a star-studded Oklahoma team, lots of players, lots of depth. You can tell Bob Stoops is very pleased with what he has on his hands. Bob occasionally will tell us when he's not all that thrilled with the prospect of a season, and there's no trace of that. He likes this team. He likes it a lot. A lot of good players, a lot of good depth. You can see that with, say, just look at the defensive back position. Jamel Fleming misses the spring. Sooners don't even keep Aaron Colvin at cornerback. They move him to safety because they got so many players they think can play. So it's a loaded Oklahoma team. Some good teams to contend with them in A&M and Oklahoma State, maybe Missouri, but you got to say the Sooners are the front runner.
A lot of years Oklahoma has talent to contend for a national championship, and they've only won one. I don't know if only is the right word, but does it take something special, and is that something special around on this team?
Well, I mean, it does take something special, and I think that one of the things it takes is fortune. I mean, a team that wins the national title, runs the table, particularly is generally has fortune on their side. Lack of injuries, a crucial play that goes their way in a tight game. You see it with an Auburn. You see it with a Texas in 05. You see it with all the teams that have won it. Alabama. You see that's what you have to have. Now, where that comes from, you never know. So health is a key. Bob talked today about the 2000 team and how that team was injury-free and sort of played with a confidence that grew and grew and grew. So, if this team can win at Florida State, then its confidence is going to grow and grow and grow, and expectations will soar.
Possibly helping the Sooners to get on a roll is this new Big 12 schedule, Barry. Round robin, they're going to get to play everybody in the conference, and that includes some North teams that they don't always see. Those North teams now face a real challenge, teams like Iowa State, Kansas State. Do they respond and get better, or is this just going to be a tough uphill slog for these teams?
Well, it's going to be tough. I mean, these are teams that have been used to playing in the Big 12 North, which has been inferior for most of the last decade. I think Iowa State and Kansas State are going to put up a good fight. Iowa State coach Paul Rhodes today talked about the new facilities going in at Jack Trice Stadium, a big commitment from the university. So the Cyclones, I think, are going to stand in there and fight. They've done well in his 2 years. Paul Rhodes has put together a competitive program. Kansas State has Bill Snyder, which means they'll always be prepared. I think Kansas is going to struggle. I mean, I think Kansas could quickly sink to not just the bottom, but be one of those programs that can't get up. I think Kansas football is headed in for a long, dry spell.
All right. That's our coverage from Big 12 Football Media Day, but be sure to stay with us. The season gets kicking next week when teams report. We'll have all your coverage right here on newsok.com.